sheetrocked except for the upper peak, and we think we're going to run some vertical boards up there. I will put strapping across left to right and run vertical boards. Not sure what we're going to do with the ceiling. That's how much we came up short to getting to the peak. So I'm thinking of running a board, miter some edges, and run it up there. So here we are, completely sheetrocked. What a feeling. Electrical's in, of course. Got some curtains up. Those were from inside the old part. And here we are, getting there. A little bit of a struggle. A little bit of my temper flaring. I have to do things perfectly, such as that peak up there. Came out beautiful. That was my wife's idea how to do it. We put some furring strips together and made a template and brought it down and laid it out on that 12-foot sheet. That's a 12-foot sheet you see up there from one end to the other. And it came out perfect. It couldn't fit any better. This was my first attempt at a RotoZip. Just word of advice, if you've never done it before, those are 5-inch cans. They also come in 6-inch. Both take the same trim piece. So why not use a 5-inch can so that if you make a mistake, the 6-inch trim piece will fit it just fine and cover up any mistakes. That was my first RotoZip on an outlet, and you can see how that second screw there was a piece I cut out, but I put a little board behind it, and I'll just patch over that when I do the drywall, when I do the mudding, although I may hire that out. This is a 2-branch circuit here. That outlet is to a 20 amp breaker. This outlet feeds off the right one, but also starts anew for a second one. I wanted to have two 20 amp breakers here, and this will be the kitchen. And up on the top, the wire coming out of the wall is just for under cabinet lights. Not sure if we're going to have them, but they're there. Over on the left here is an independent microwave, 20 amp. Over here is let me back up so you can see the whole kitchen. Over there is another 20 amp breaker. I know I could have ran 15 amp breakers for the lights, but I like to keep things simple. This way here I only run one wire, 12-2. That's an outside light just behind that outside light comes right out in this area here to illuminate the side. Down there's outlets. Over here we have if I can get it in the light, we have 2 switches here. One switch is going to be for the light right over the door, over to the right of the door entrance, and the other one will be beyond the peak here to illuminate the whole area. From there, we feed over to here. Let me get the light. Let's see. There will also be 2 switches there, and that's going to go up to the fan. We'll have one for a fan, and then I have a 12-3 wire running up to the fan also that will have an independent light on it. We just put these curtains up again from inside, and they're a form of insulation. And it's already making a difference in here. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy some what is called reflective foil paper, very thin, maybe 4 mil, 3 mil. My wife and I are going to lay these down, lay them out taut, and we're going to use some carpet fabric and glue a face of the reflective on it. Granted, from the outside it's not going to look too good, but from the inside it'll be rather dark, but that's okay. And then what it will do is, one, reflect the heat out, and hopefully keep the heat in too. Mostly to keep the heat out, because that little wood stove there is going to kick butt once it's up and running. Once it's up and running, we will open these windows up to the old place and excuse me, and just let the convection take care of it. once we're through in here, well, my wife locked the door, so we're on our way home. We have some new curtains coming from there. Another outlet, 3-banger right there. And unfortunately, that's where our entertainment system's going to go. And really not. We just, when we retire at night, we watch a movie on DVD. So we'll have 3 plugs there, or 3 outlets. And then over on the left is the beginning of all of the outlets, which again is on a 20 amp breaker, 12-2 wire. And you come up to here, and we're going to have electric heat backup. We're going to have I believe it's an 8 or 10 footer underneath this window, a 6 footer or 8 footer under that window. And then once the bathroom is in place, you can see the yellow wire, the 12-2 wire, hanging right there. That will be for a 2 footer in the bathroom. And they will all run off of one thermostat. Once we get situated in here, this door is going to come out. On the other side of that wall, I'm going to have a 3x3, 3x4, whatever I need to put 2 large 36-inch, 34-inch doors in. And I'm going to run a dividing wall straight down here, dead center. That will give me 2 rooms, 12 by 10, 9 by 12, 10 by 12. And in between them, I'm going to split that and put a closet, a full closet this way, the remainder, on the right side. And on the left side, there's overhead storage that I run 2 bys that way. And there's also a little storage closet in the back. So we'll end up with a 2-bedroom here. That's going to be pretty cool. We're going to stain the floor for now, although my wife is already talking about Pergo wide plank boards, but geez, I don't know. I mean, I guess it's okay, but it just doesn't have the look of real wood. But my wife is not a germaphobe, but she likes it. Everything's clean. And I don't know if you can see this, but that's part of the color that she chose. And you can see the rough sawn in it. But when you look at it a certain way, it just disappears. Anyways, over here, you can see some stains on the floor that we've put down here. Again, the kitchen cabinets are going to cover this up. And we haven't decided which one we're going to use, but there's one on the right. I think that's a red mahogany. I don't know what the right one is, or the middle one I should say, something golden. Red mahogany again, and don't know what the left side is, but the left side's out. The red mahogany and that gold is still contending for what will be on the floor. And I'm not sure, I'm not a designer, but hopefully it's going to somewhat tie into what we have on the wall over there. We're in Amish area here where there's many lumber yards. So I'm thinking of getting some rough sawn lumber here. You know, I don't want it planed, and what we'll do is we'll just lightly sand it and try to stain it to mimic what's down here, though it's very difficult to mimic what Mother Nature has done. And this is the south side of the old cabin, so the sun is just does wonderful things, but also very deteriorates everything. So here we go, we're on our way out, and that little 5,000 BTU air conditioner actually kept this over the Memorial Day weekend. We were here for 5 days, actually kept it about 72 in here, and which was rather nice. So we're on our way home, 140 miles back to Connecticut, and I'll be 64 in October, and I'm hoping to spend a lot more time here once I turn 66 and retire. I'm fairly healthy. Not unfortunately, but my wife, not unfortunately, wonderfully, my wife has a 6-year-old grandson that will probably deter quite a bit of time that she'll spend here, but I think I need to spend some time here too. I can't wait, actually. And I guess over and out until the next time. God bless.